Greetings everybody, my name's Captain Comedy and I'm Captain Comedy Pirates. Here with today's joke of the day. What's not really the joke of the day is just a joke that I'm posting at the moment, on YouTube. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a wonderful day because, I decided to go out today just because it's my day off. And whenever I do my videos, it's because it's my day off. And I can't do a lot of videos, maybe 1, 2, if I'm lucky 3 a week, because I have a lot of work. Just a lot of stuff on my mind for the rest of the year that I'm gonna have to complete. And being an adult is just not easy, so I have to do the best that I can when it comes to making my comedy videos, gaming, and just whatever I gotta do in life, But today is a good day for me because I decided to go to Goodwill on a whim. I believe that's how you pronounce it, and that's what it means. Because I have ADHD, and for ADHD, our brains work different than most humans. And one of the things is with ADHD brains is that you just have a random thought, a memory, and that memory or thought can go on for who knows, like forever, Like, this is an example. Let's say I'm at work, work's a little bit slow, I'm bored, I'm not doing anything, I'm not on my phone, I'm not reading a book, I'm just staring off into space, and all of a sudden I just have a random thought, and this thought will continue on and on and on into who knows, right? So it's like, you know what? If I had spare change, I would flip a quarter nonstop like you would see in the movies. What type of movies would flip a coin nonstop? Then I realized, we flip coins, which is the quarter, 25 cents. What would giants flip? Car tires? They just grab a tire and just flip it like this? Would they do that? And is that why we see a lot of tires just on the side of the road? Because the giants were like, whoops, I'm not gonna get that no more, But that's basically how a lot of people with ADHD and their brain works. And I just continued thinking from flipping coins to giants flipping tires. And from giants, I thought of One Piece. Now, this is spoilers for the manga of One Piece. So skip a couple minutes, okay? And it reminded me of the giants from Little Green Island during the Alabasta arc of Dory and Broggy. If I'm not mistaken, they have 100 million berries each. And we found out recently, like I said, this is spoilers if you are not caught up on One Piece. So the spoiler is that from what we understand, Elbaf is part of Shanks' territory. And Broggy and Dory are part of Shanks' crew or an alliance. No. Commanders, when it's with Whitebeard, Oars wasn't part of his crew, but maybe he was, but he had a lot of friends and alliance. But see, this is what I'm talking about with ADHD. I wasn't planning on talking about Whitebeard, just from giants, but this is how I think. You have to think of something else and something else and something else, but you completely forget what their main topic was, which is basically flipping quarters. Now, like I said, they're just part of Shanks' crew. We don't know. But my question is, what happened? Because back then, they had to do something where only one can live, the other must die to return home to Elbaf because they made the gods or their leader mad, you remember? So I don't know how that's going to work because only one of them should be alive, not two, because that's what happened back then. Maybe it changed. I don't know. But like I said, when it comes to memories, and I completely forgot what I was originally going to talk about. Just how our brains work, and like I said, just because of that, you think of this and this and this and this and this. Well, it's my day off, I'm getting my chores done, paperwork, bills, a lot of stuff for adults, And one of the things I thought of was, since I'm going to be throwing out some stuff, why not buy some new stuff? I might as well get a new computer chair, since all I have is a basic foldable metal chair. I might as well get a basic cheap office chair for $30, like Target, Walmart, And because of that, I just thought, why get new stuff when I can go get old stuff? Because I love going to thrift stores, like Goodwill, Savers, you name it. So today I decided to get some stuff, such as this. I decided to get some VCRs. I believe that's how you pronounce them, because I had these as a kid and I truly regret selling them and getting rid of them and donating them. So right now, my mission, because of my ADHD brain, is to just today, for the entire day today, I'm going on eBay, Amazon, you name it. I'm going to be just buying non-stop VCR tapes like Milo and Otis. This was my favorite. This is like, I cried watching this movie. This movie made me so happy. Like, I had emotions like when you're watching the movie Hachi that came out in 2012. Pete's Dragon. And this was my favorite as a kid. And the book, of course, was James and the Giant Peach. I completely forgot this existed. But yeah, and I also got a VCR. I'm not sure if it works though. Because this was like only 10 bucks, you know? 10 bucks, you can't go wrong. Just gotta buy the cables for the TV and a remote. Remote, probably not. You need to see if it works. But as you can see, that's how people with ADHD brain works. Like, we don't really plan stuff out. It's just you have one thought, then it has like a snowball effect that would never end. So I went from, you know what, I'm gonna clean my room today. I have nothing planned. I'll do a comedy video right now. I don't know what's gonna be about, but I'll think of something. Clean my room, clean the rest of the house, get ready just for work the following days, you know, just a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't plan this, just from one single thought of thinking, you know what, I should get a new chair. And that led to me going to a Goodwill and buying, I have more VCRs, but they're in my room right now. Those are the ones that I haven't cleaned and disinfected yet. So that's how ADHD brains work. Like, we don't plan this stuff out. It just happens. And like I said, we don't really get to the point. Like, I could have made this more simple in like 5 minutes, maybe 4. But with ADHD, you never get straight to the point. I have to write a college essay. I have to write 20 pages. I have to write a book on why it was James and the Giant Peach my favorite movie. Oh yeah, it was my childhood movie. It was my favorite. I watched it during elementary school. We read the book in class. It's like, that was my favorite, you know? But nah, I have to be like, nah, it's just the animation, the creators that made it into this time, the era. Because think of it like this. And like I said, I didn't think of this till now, because this is how ADHD brain works. This upcoming generation will never understand what it's like to be like, oh yeah, the movie Cars. That's a favorite, right? It's on Disney. No. Disney Plus? Forget about Disney Plus. Forget about Hulu. Forget about Netflix. Oh yeah, speaking of Netflix, I think they're increasing their prices, everything up. So like the $7.99 plan is now going to become the $9.99 plan. The $9.99 plan is going to become the $12.99 plan. So basically, everything's going to go increasing prices. And because of that, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, and a lot of other streaming platforms they're going to pay monthly is basically becoming the price of cable, and no one wants that. And for me, that's why I buy all this stuff, because this new upcoming generation will never understand what it's like to own this or the excitement of this. Like, give me a second. I think I have another one. Yeah, I do. Shrek 2. No one's going to understand when you pop this into the VCR and you watch this movie. You watch, I think it was also on VCR. You know, oh, these movie trailers are gonna show up. You know, it's like Tinkerbell was in the background. Click fast play, or you're gonna be stuck watching these like 6 movie trailers that are like 2 minutes long that you cannot skip after you accepted the terms and conditions of watching these without accepting them, because it's gonna happen automatically if you do not find a remote. No one's gonna understand this when you woke up at 2 a.m. because you fall asleep watching this at like 10 o'clock at night. You know, you sneak into the living room, you took this out, you pop this in, you put the TV really low, but the machine, the VCR, was just always too loud. At least when I remember, it was loud. And basically, it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this. You passed out, you woke up, and it's just like press play, resume, no, play, credits, settings, all that type of stuff. Like when you the Cars, that when you left Cars in the DVD, and once you just never finish like ejecting the disc or taking it out, the VCR, whatever case may be, there was always that, you know, the intro. It was just so nostalgic. No one's gonna understand what it was like to own a copy of Monsters, Inc. No one is gonna understand what it was like to own Hercules, Shrek, Home Alone. All those movies may be on streaming platforms, but it's not the same for us who grew up watching our childhood favorites. Same thing as the movie Robots. No one's going to understand that. And I know this is the whole video of this is probably going to be titled like ADHD Brain, but that just proves how much my brain works when it comes to ADHD. Like I said, I'm never going to get straight to the point. I'm just going to go on and on and on and on non-stop. So if you find this video funny, then it's funny. Because why? That's how my brain works. I have no control over this. From the creators of Ice Age, Robots. And this is from Blockbuster. See? It even has the casing of Blockbuster. Now, this movie is even more special because this was from Blockbuster. There's only one in the world, and I would love to travel there one day. And, well, this is one of my favorite movies. And like I said, it just doesn't have the same meaning when you can stream it. No, it was special to own this, to buy this, to save up $14.99 back then to buy this movie. It was just so special. I remember going with my cousins, you know, it's like, all right, you're going to get dropped off by your cousins because, well, my mom has like a blood work appointment or who knows, you know, doctor's appointment, blood work, jury duty, or whatever the case may be, you know. I remember going into Blockbusters with my little cousin. He's only like, how much younger than me? Like 4 years younger than me? Yeah. So I remember going with my cousin back in the day to Blockbuster that was so close to where I lived that I could walk there. But they closed it down. They made it like an AT&T or T-Mobile or some sort of phone store, you know? And I remember going, and we were so excited to watch Madagascar on DVD. We're like, all right, here's our money. Just a couple of coins, probably not even the correct amount to buy this movie, but it's like, all right, we want to rent Madagascar for today. All right, it's like $5. Okay. Here's a couple of pennies, a quarter. How about a Pokemon card? You want a Pokemon card? Pokemon card? Charizard? No. That's the thing. That's even as a kid, you don't even have, like, and people are not gonna understand this either, probably. But it's like, I don't know. So like back then, I loved playing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. So I just always have them in my pocket. No sleeves, nothing, just a giant rubber band. And I was like, you want some Pokemon cards? You can take some Pokemon cards, you know. You can have this one. I already have this one. I don't want Caterpie. It's too weak. What's a trainer card? No, like, I don't know. Like, it just had a different meaning back in the day when you went to Blockbuster and just all this type of stuff. And if you're watching this video and it's like, well, you didn't talk about ADHD Brain. Well, not really, but it's like, this is how people with, like me, with ADHD express ourselves and think. We just don't go to the point. We just have to tell our life story to get to the point without ever getting to the point. Now, with our ADHD brain, we might think differently. Like, I can never remember names. Every time my girlfriend's like, oh, do you remember this movie? And I'm like, no. Why? You don't remember it? Show me a picture. What? Show me a picture. I don't know movie names. And then she goes on her phone and shows me, like, oh, yeah, that was my favorite. You remember the movie but not the name? No. I can't do names. I can do faces. I can remember movies. I just don't know their names. So, like, another thing is when she's like, oh, do you remember this? And I'm like, no. Do you remember this? Oh, yeah, I forget. You don't remember. I do remember. I just can't do the names. It's because every time we have a conversation and she's like, oh, do you remember? Oh, wait, I'm not going to ask you no more. You're not going to remember. I will remember, just not the name. So don't even ask me. Just take out your phone and be like, hey, remember this? Yeah. Like, this is how it is with me in names. I can't do names. I don't know. Let's see what else has to do with ADHD brains. I can't remember names. Other people may remember stuff, but I can't. I can never explain anything right off the bat to the point, you know. Let's see, what else is it with ADHD brains? Oh yeah, so like when it comes to world life events, oh, do you remember this? Did you watch this movie? Or what do you think about this? Or whatever the case may be, when you're talking, I can never be like, well, is it like this? Because for me, it's always like, is it like this from One Piece? One Piece, I can like, all right, if it's about One Piece, I can understand. So if it's not about One Piece, I will never understand. So when it comes to, hey, how do you feel about this movie? I mean, what movie? It came like 2009? Yeah, this one. I'm like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me if like Luffy was the main character fighting Arlong, but Arlong was more like Don Krieg. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with East Blue villains for right now. Okay. So like it's to replace the main character with Luffy. Arlong was like a sidekick fighting Mihawk at Orange Town for the purpose of the dog, finding Zoro. Like she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, it makes sense to me. Like if you're asking me about Detroit Become Human, which is my girlfriend's favorite video game. I don't know if she has more favorite video games, but that's one of her favorite video games is Detroit Become Human. And when we're watching gameplays of like just no commentary, just the entire like 10-hour gameplay of Detroit Become Human. She's like, oh, what do you think about this one scene, you know, like how this and this and this? I'm like, okay. It's technically like the Foxy arc from Long Ring Island, right? Before Water 7. It has to be like that, right? And she looks at me like, how did you think this happened? This is Detroit Become Human. And the first thing that popped into your mind was Foxy, 24 million berries from One Piece. This entire scene, and you thought of Foxy. The power with the slow fruit. That's what made you think. I'm like, it makes sense to me. Am I like I can't explain it. It's just how it works for me. You talk about Detroit Become Human, One Piece. Movies, One Piece. Books, One Piece. Video games, One Piece. Real life, One Piece. I don't know. That's just how my brain works with ADHD. But I don't know what else I can think of at the moment. I'm pretty sure this video should be about 15 minutes already. I don't know what else to say, to be quite honest, because like I said, when it comes to open mic, I don't think I'm even ready for that yet because, well, as you can see now, this is what I would be like if it was open mic on stage. Like, I would just never get the joke. I always talk about this and this and this, but people are going to be like, say a joke. Give me half an hour, and then I'll get to the joke of pronouncing the joke without telling the joke, and then another half hour to get to the pun of the joke, which is technically going to be like a knock-knock joke, but I don't know. Just give me like another hour, and then you can see if I'm going to say a joke. I don't know. I can never just tell a joke. This is why I do my videos on YouTube, because it's easier for me. And I get stage fright and I always forget everything. And like I said, I have ADHD, so I'm just going on and on and on and on about anything but the joke. But as you can see, that's just basically ADHD in a nutshell. And yeah, that's just how my ADHD brain works. I don't know. So if you find this video funny and relatable, well, glad you're able to find this video. Because like I said, this is how, not all people, but most people can relate when it comes to how ADHD people think. Basically anything to do with our brain. This is how we function on a daily basis. And also one thing else before I forget is when it comes to doing stuff, our brain just can't get to that in certain ways. Like when it comes to doing laundry, like I just can't do laundry. Like I don't know, I just don't want to. I'll just leave it in my closet in like 3 crates, you know. Like I don't even have hangers because I'm just too lazy to hang my stuff. So I'm like, all right, this is shirts, jeans, random clothing items like long sleeve, a jacket or something. Just crate. My fault. I can just shove it in. Or when you like wash it, then put it in a dryer, turn on the dryer. Dryer's done. I'm gonna forget that's even there. If I don't look at it, I just forgotten, never existed. So I have like my laundry's done, but it's like in the dryer. So when it's time, like, oh, where's my work shirt? Where's my jeans? Where's my clothes? Oh yeah, it's in the dryer. Open up the dryer. I'm like, no. Okay, here it is. Here's my shirt. Close the dryer. All my clothes are still in there because I still don't feel like folding them. And I just leave it there until I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Now I'm just gonna take this out the dryer and just shove it in my closet. I won't even bother to organize it by crate. I'm just gonna leave it there for 2 weeks ahead problem of me, future me, of 2 weeks to deal with it, you know. But yeah, that's basically ADHD brain and how most people can relate to and how we function. Just a lot of stuff to do with ADHD, you know. But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos for gaming, comedy, and much more. Thank you all. Thank you all for the support, everyone, and have a good day, everyone.